Alright, so it's basically been determined through talking with a lot of Kohler experts that the crank that I purchased off of eBay is incorrect. It's for a larger horsepower, despite what the paperwork said, which pisses me off. On the paperwork I got with the crank I got, where it says right there, new the crankshaft fits 241 10 horsepower Kohler engine, old Gravely tractors. Apparently it's not that. It looks like it. It's very close to the one I pulled out. Basically this section is fine on that new one, but I guess the distance between center line here and center line here is a little bit bigger because again it goes too high. Basically means the stroke is a 3 1/4 stroke as opposed to a 2.78. So what's the plan? Don't really know yet what the plan is. Well, the first thing is obviously I can't use this. I have to pull this crankshaft out of there. One other option is, since this is a 3 1/4 stroke crank, it may work with this Kohler, which is a 14 horsepower. But I don't know if the balancing would be correct on this. So I'd have to pull this one out. I know the crank that's in there is definitely not a Gravely one. But I don't know if this one has balancing gears and stuff like that, which I'm guessing it does. So whether or not, I don't know if this newer crank would work with it. But there's also this parts tractor that I have. This is a commercial 10A. Bought this for my buddy for maybe any spare parts or issues that I would have building this other one. But the problem is this crank is I think has the same, well, it definitely has wear, probably a wear on the surface for the the surface for the rod. I guarantee it, because it spins freewheel as well. At least I'm pretty sure it did. But either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this crank out, take a look at this engine, and see if its PTO output shaft is as worn as my old one. So let's rip this engine out. Got all the bolts out except for the last one, so the starting to split. So let me get the last one out and I'll get it off. The one thing I did notice when I tipped it forward is water came out of the transmission, so I have no idea. There's definitely no oil in there, or it doesn't look like there's much even in the engine, so who knows what I've yeah, it definitely looks like it's probably going to have the same issues, because this is loose, which it shouldn't be, and that was the issue with my other one. What happened is these are two pieces. Should have been probably one, which they have the newer version. So what happens is one of them lets loose, the Woodruff key gets all worn out, and then this one starts moving. On the bright side though, it looks like these planetaries look like they're in better shape than the ones I have on my yellow one, so I might be able to steal these, which is a positive. But it looks like the engine is not going to solve my woes right now. But let's get it up on the bench and see what we have.